Hello, this is Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech, going over 10 great budget EDH lands. I've been working on brewing a new EDH deck, and I got some great suggestions from the Magic the Gathering community of cards that I could add to it. I want to share those today. Two that didn't make the list, though, because they're going to drop in price, are the Temples and the about-to-be-released Tango lands. If you're an EDH player, the time to buy lands that are in Standard is 3 months after they rotate out. So the Scry lands are amazing. They're great for an EDH deck. Just wait a few months. I also didn't have enough room to add the Cycle lands. Every deck should consider using the Cycle lands. Late game, you don't need lands, and it's great to be able to turn them into spells. If you can bring them back with Life from the Loam, they're also a great way to get some extra card draw in. Mystifying Maze is also a wonderful utility land. If I did an all colorless land list, which I'm looking at doing, Mystifying Maze would definitely make it onto the list. It's a great alternative to Maze of Ith for less than $2. A deck building tip: I strongly suggest avoiding any of the bounce lands. You're basically asking your opponent to double time walk you if they have any type of land destruction in EDH. I don't support people using heavy land destruction to lock out an entire table, but utility-based land destruction is definitely worth playing to stop other people's really cool lands, and bounce lands can just set you way back. Number 10 spot here, I've got the check lands. The check lands are named that way because they check to see if you've got a basic land in play. And almost everybody playing EDH is going to have some basic lands. These are wonderful. A lot of them have been reprinted again and again. Even Isolated Chapel, which is from that Innistrad group, was reprinted in the dual deck, so it's very inexpensive. Sulphur Falls is the only one that really doesn't fall into the budget category. It's a little bit expensive because of how prevalent it is in Modern. I would watch for it the next time it shows up in a dual deck or event deck or anything like that, because all of these are really useful in EDH. The number 9 spot here, I've got snow-covered lands. I always add 1 or 2 snow-covered lands to my EDH deck just in case somebody is playing an extra planar lens. And if I'm playing extra planar lens myself, I add them so that I'm the only one who benefits off of that lens unless it's a super group hug deck. They're also just really pretty. I've got the graded one here that I found over on ABU Games, not because I like graded cards, just because it shows how beautiful of a foil these guys make. The number 8 spot here, I've got Painlands. A lot of EDH players avoid Painlands. They don't like taking the damage. They come into play untapped. They're very, very useful. Murmuring Bosk is even a forest, so it keys off of several other cards that work with forests. I put these in almost every deck unless it's a life gain deck. Don't be afraid of the small amount of damage that you're doing to yourself while playing EDH. Number 7 spot here, I've got Riptide Laboratory. We're moving into some more utility-based lands here, and this one has saved me lots and lots of games. There are so many wizards in Magic. Aven Mind Sensor is a wizard. Dark Confidant is a wizard. Boros Reckoner is a wizard. Being able to save your creatures or reuse your Snapcaster is incredible. Number 6 spot here, I've got Kessig Wolf Run. Very inexpensive card. It makes combat very difficult because you can use it on any creature. Your opponent's attacking with a giant commander. They're attacking someone else. Give it trample, kill someone off. If you've got Death Touch along with trample, you do really cool things. You only have to assign 1 damage to each blocking creature. Wolf Run is an ideal EDH card. Very, very strong. The rest of the list is colorless, so they'll apply to anyone's decks. Strip Mine is probably the most powerful one on this list. For less than $10, you get a card more powerful than the $75 Wasteland. I recommend every EDH deck have a Strip Mine. Stopping your opponent's utility lands is essential, and this is the best way to do it. Tectonic Edge is another really nice budget way to do that. Most games, it is functionally equivalent of a Strip Mine. Number 4 spot here, I've got Tower of the Magistrate. I play with a lot of people who like to Voltron up their commanders with swords or jitte or Batterskull, having Tower the Magistrate out makes sure that they're only going to attack other people. It gives you a lot of political will and power in the game. Number 3 spot here, I've got Reliquary Tower. The ability not to discard cards at the end of your turn is extremely valuable. High Market's another one that I strongly recommend. It's not so much for the life gain, although an incidental life or two is great. Miri the Moaning Well is up there a little bit more expensive, but it gives you a lot more life. The reason I like High Market, though, is that it allows you to get rid of your own creatures. If somebody has a clone on the stack, remove the creature they're going to clone. If they target your creature with a control magic, get rid of it right away. If they're trying to bounce all your permanents with Capsize, the ability to sacrifice those creatures makes you the last one they go after. Controlling your board gives you so much advantage over blue that it's going to help you win games because they can't use a lot of the cards that are going to get stuck in their hand. Number 1 spot here, I've got Winding Canyons. The ability to cast creatures at instant speed helps you get around counter spells, but it makes combat a lot of fun too. Having your mana open and just waiting for the right moment gives you a huge strategic advantage. This comes into play on tap. Very, very powerful. I highly recommend checking it out for any fairy EDH deck that you're playing. If you're searching through YouTube for the best free tech, Mythic MTG Tech is there for you. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you everybody who's over there on Patreon supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. We've got several videos coming out this week, including a interest video looking at what's hot and not over at MTG Stocks, a legacy deck tech, and a vintage deck tech. It's going to be a crazy week. Hold on.